Welcome everyone to the Chosen Scoop. My name is Trevor Bastien, and I'm here with our partner Bruce, the Executive Director of the Association of Business Administrators of Christian Colleges, but more commonly known as ABACC. How you doing today, Bruce? Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. I'm great. Thanks for asking me.
Oh yeah, of course. No worries on that. Well, we're just going to jump right into it, Bruce. I'm just going to ask you a few questions, and then just tell us about your experience with Chosen. So, first question I want to ask you, Bruce. Tell me how you got started with ABACC. How did you get in the position you are today?
Oh gosh, that was a long time ago. I was a CFO at a Christian college in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and my predecessor told me, if you are involved with any association, make sure it's ABACC. Okay. And so I kind of did so begrudgingly. I came out of an industry where I was conferenced half to death all of the time.
Yep.
Decided to go to the first ABACC conference because it was in Florida, and I could take my wife. And to be frank with you, and I fell in love with it day one. As soon as I got down there and started attending workshops, I felt like this is exactly what I need. And I was very young. Was the youngest CFO the school had ever hired, and very inexperienced. The only thing I knew about higher ed was how to be a student. Yeah. So ABACC was a lifesaver for me. So I was very, very involved in the association. I took advantage of every single thing they offered. And when it came time for them to hire a new executive director, when our former executive director was leaving the position, they called me just because I was there all the time anyways.
Yeah, awesome.
So I've been doing that now for over 20 years.
Awesome. So you kind of just fell into that role, fell in love with it. And I know I can attest to that ABACC annual conference. That was an awesome conference.
It's an awesome conference, yeah.
In February. It was really, really cool to be a part of. So,
well, I'm glad you were there. It means a lot to me because I know what it meant to me as a CFO, and now to be able to be on the other side of things and help create the content and of course and help our members that are in the same position that I was so many years ago. It's a wonderful thing.
Awesome. Well, yeah, let's go forward now to that off your members. What are the main member benefits that you offer and the biggest challenges that you try to overcome in your position?
Sure. Well, I think the biggest challenge for most CFOs out there, and that's who we primarily work with, is the CFOs at Christian colleges.
Yeah.
I think the biggest challenge they have is if you're a faculty member on a campus, you've got lots of other faculty to talk to grumble with, to share ideas, to brainstorm, to support each other. But there's only one CFO on each campus. And so ABACC kind of becomes that kind of water cooler place. It's a place where CFOs can come and they can share ideas, they can grumble. It's a place where there's a whole group of people who understand exactly the words you're using. Yeah. And there's no place else like it.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome.
And as a result, because we find that to be such a challenge, as a result, ABACC exists to provide that network, the support, the professional and personal and career development.
Yeah.
And in all of those things, there are many, many, many resources under each of those categories. To support Christian higher ed business officers.
Yeah, that's awesome because at the end of the day, it's about the bottom line, the money, and then how to fund that money, how to use that money in the right way. And I remember having a conversation with you at the conference about how CFOs, a lot of they get beat up on a lot because they tell you can't spend this amount of money, and it's good to have that umbrella of support with ABACC.
Yeah, so, absolutely.
Awesome. So next question for you, Bruce, would be, what do you love about the Christian college industry? I mean, there's thousands of industries in the world. What do you like what brought you to the Christian college industry?
Well, I'm a huge believer in faith-based education.
Awesome.
I believe that all of your life, everything that you are, everything that you do, your passions, your pursuits, if you're a person of faith, that is an underlying foundation to everything. So as people go out into the world, as students go out into the world, kids go out into the world, for them to have a Christian foundation that matches with their morals and their ethics and their philosophies and their personal religious viewpoints, and to truly understand who they are in that light is such a wonderful thing to support them as they go out into the world. So my dad was a pastor, and many people at my church were really disappointed when I didn't become a pastor, but that was never my calling. I was always wanted to be in business. I always wanted to do something similar to what I do now, But I still went to a Bible college, and it meant absolutely everything to me. It's where I learned about myself, who I truly was, what I really believed in. I had to really decide, what is it that I really believe? And it was the place where I figured out what I believed, not what my parents believed.
Yes.
Because up until then, I believed what my parents believed.
For sure. Yeah.
So I hate to say I found myself in college. I don't mean that in any sort of pedantic way.
Yeah.
But I truly did. I figured out who I was and what I truly wanted and what was important to me. And I believe in faith-based education as a result. I believe if you're a person of faith, that you should absolutely start there.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I feel like it lays, good values and the foundation of, how you should live your life. I personally went to, I know this, Cornerstone University, and that was a faith-based college as well. And best experience of my life. It really changed, how I look at things, and then just put, the values in my job today, how I go about things. So that's very awesome to hear, Bruce. That's awesome. So going off of that, what do you see, in the future, for the future of Christian colleges?
The Christian college industry is a tough one.
Yeah.
We don't operate like the normal business world. We have to operate like the normal business world, but our philosophies are very different from the normal business world. And it's tough. We're all nonprofits, which means we don't have profit.
Exactly.
We tend to look for ways, if we have money to spend, we look for ways to do the most good with that money. And it's just getting tougher and tougher to do so. Regulations, government influence, government mandates, culture, all of those things are putting a lot of pressure on the faith-based world. Being a Christian is sort of passé anymore. There's a lot of misconceptions about Christians. Unfortunately, some of them come from people's personal experience with Christians who don't always behave like Christians. But besides that fact, I hate to go down that road, but there's a lot of pressure on Christian colleges, especially right now with the current political environment and the current cultural environment. Christian colleges have it very tough, and they're just trying to run their businesses for the students that want to take advantage of their products and services, which is a Christian education. And the world is making it tougher and tougher. And I think that's going to get worse and worse, not better and better. I don't believe this is a passing thing. I think this is the future. And so Christian colleges have to figure out how to survive, how to accomplish their missions in a world that doesn't really want them to do so.
I feel like you're spot on with that, Bruce. I feel like more and more as the years goes by, it seems like it's just getting overlooked, and unfortunately, this world we live in today is not the best. I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but hopefully that the Christian faith base could step up and just keep doing what they're doing, and
we have to
live a life profoundly. So, but that's great to hear, Bruce. Next question I have for you. I'm gonna put a little pressure on you. What's your experience so far with Chosen Payments?
Oh, well, I have to say we're brand new. Weeks old. And I've worked with you from the start and your team. I didn't do anything. We made the decision to make the move after looking at the data that you put together for us. It was an obvious no-brainer for us. And I just said, okay, Trevor, just take care of it. And now we're using you.
Let's do it.
I didn't do anything. I didn't have to figure anything out. I didn't have to. I am not a technology kind of person. There's all kinds of technology behind this. And you guys handled it 100%. And it was brilliant. So it's perfect because I'm saving an enormous amount of money.
And you're not doing anything.
You do no work to get there. So I appreciate that very much.
For sure. And that's our goal, Bruce. So from, the merchant standpoint, I'm glad to hear that you're doing great, but tell us a little bit about your experience with us, like with being a partner with Chosen. How's that gone for you?
Oh, that's wonderful. Yes. We love having you guys on board. You attended your very first conference in your career with our annual conference, our 62nd annual conference in February. And it's been great working with you. I love your heart and your passion for our schools, for our members.
I appreciate that.
I love that you are excited about serving them.
Yeah.
And I also love that you're going to help my school save money.
Yeah. And that's the goal.
That's what we're looking for as a partner.
Yep. At the end of the day, that's the goal. But hey, I appreciate those kind words, Bruce. Last question for you, before I let you go, do you have any advice for your supporting vendors and peers, within your circle, just about, not only saving money, but just anything, anything in life, anything in the business world from your position that you're in today? Do you have any advice for anyone out there?
That's a big, giant question. I've got lots of advice. I think as far as our members go, our institutional members, I would say keep running the race. And there's companies out there like Chosen Payments and many others that really want to see you succeed, and take advantage of their services and find out more about them. As far as our corporate partners, which Chosen Payment is one of about 75, I would say this is the way we operate. This is what you need to do. You need to be out there. You need to be talking to our schools. You need to be putting every energy you've got into your relationship with our member institutions. At the end of the day, this is a win-win-win situation all the way around. Because not only do our corporate partners gain access to our institutional members in a way that they couldn't before, coming to them as a peer and saying, we're part of the same association you are, but our members are saving money. Our members are finding ways to improve their business, and the association at the end of the day accomplishes our mission by making these sorts of connections and building these sorts of networks and seeing them follow through on.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. It seems like it's like a network, everyone helping everyone,
Absolutely.
I wouldn't want to take advantage of that. No, awesome. That's awesome, Bruce. I thank you for your time. Thank you for hopping on this with me today. I know it was kind of last minute, and I really appreciate your flexibility to do that. So thank you. I really appreciate it.
No problem, but I'm happy to do it.
Yeah, awesome. Hey, thank you everyone for watching The Chosen Scoop. I'm Trevor, and then again, I'm with Bruce with ABACC. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.